Hi everyone, my name is Daniel Brooks, and I will be presenting on negotiation characteristics and advantages and disadvantages, and also litigation characteristics, advantages and disadvantages. So first I want to start with the characteristics. So some key characteristics of negotiation is communication, compromise, flexibility, and problem solving. These four stuck out to me while doing research due to communication is a big factor in negotiation. Without communication, a negotiation cannot presume. Compromise, both parties are not going to get exactly what they want. So you have to find a middle ground in the negotiation. Again, flexibility is another one. You have to be flexible. Some things that you go in there for, you'll get, some you won't. That's just how they compromise in a negotiation. And then problem solving is help to resolve the conflicts. Some advantages, unlike litigation, the conflict resolution is preventing issues and making them not escalate into bigger problems and not being able to settle. So that also is with the flexibility. Relationship building. To build trust, you need to do some research before you get in a negotiation to see who and what you're dealing with, so that when you go in there, you're able to build and form a relationship. Improve communication. Both parties can express what they need and find solutions based on whatever the negotiation may be over. The next one I want to go over is litigation characteristics, advantages, and disadvantages. Some of the characteristics of litigation are evidence discovery and unpredictability. So litigation is about like court decisions. So it's a court-based sense, in a sense. So evidence, whatever's found to use in the court decision to make the right decision on whatever it may be on. Discovery allows the information to be tested, gathered before trial. Unpredictability, the new evidence that can come in a blink of an eye, and you don't even know where it came from, and it can actually drastically change the outcome. Three advantages that stuck out to me were efficiency, legal rights protection, and relative cost effectiveness. So efficiency, the decisions are based on the evidence and the structure of the court system. The legal rights are what the legal standards are in the court system. So the rights that each party has on whatever they are concising about. Cost effectiveness. This is an expensive way due to all the court fees, lawyer fees, and any other fees that may come up. Some disadvantages is loss of control, strained relationship, personal impact. Ultimately, the court makes the final decision. They can't just settle on certain things. They have to do it the way of the court. So there can cause damages in personal or professional in the world. It can, personal impact, the process and the verdict can have emotional consequences for those involved. Key costs and differences. So the real difference cost is negotiation is usually a lower cost and it is a higher resolution time, while litigation is a big cost. Like I said earlier, the court fees, attorney fees, and the settlement fees or fines. So that is the key cost. So impact on relationships. Negotiation is usually between two or more parties, and there's a long-term relationship. So litigation is kind of like an interaction in the court system and within personal and business communities. So the key we had three or four characteristics of negotiation, but the main one that stuck out to me was the communication. And the collaborating with each group, because without the communication, like I said earlier, they would not be able to reach an agreement. While problem solving, flexibility, and compromise are essential as well. Communication is just, you have to have good communication skills, good people skills to be able to get across what you need and be clear and precise. Key characteristics of litigation, the process, the dispute resolution in the court of law. So there's a lot of rules. The key characteristics would be the evidence, discovery, and the process, and the unpredictable outcomes. it's more like rigid than negotiation. Like I said, the court processes are very strict, while negotiation is more of a free willed type um, conversation between two or more parties. Advantages of negotiation: promoting open communication, usually lowers the cost, has better, higher, more effective resolution times, and there's more control out of a negotiation rather than in a litigation. Advantages of litigation: it's a structural process, and it ensures that the clear legal rights are represented, and when the verdict is given, that everybody has had a fair trial, and that the setting for resolution and the efficiency in the legal processes are also two really big advantages of litigation. So the disadvantages of negotiation: there can be tempers flare, aggressive behavior. Parties become very like self-absorbed and don't try to collaborate and try to find a happy medium, because like again, they're not going to get everything they want in a negotiation, but there are certain things that they really want, and there's certain things they're willing to give up so that that both the parties can come together and resolve and have a satisfactory outcome. Disadvantage of litigation: there are no control. Really, there's control issues because of the court system and how the court makes the decision and how the legal processes are. This is also can create additional stress for parties involved. Thank you, and that's the end of my part.